For those of us who pay attention, we understand there are things hidden in plain sight. Now I ask you, how good is your intuition? For a long time I've been aware of signs and symbols. I read about Confucius. So, it's been a minute since I've made a video on crypto, and I want to show you a little bit something that, when I say hidden in plain sight, what do I mean? So, instead of describing it, we'll go through this. Okay, here's a picture of XRP website. Okay, now they have a new background. I noticed with XRP they always change their background. So, and usually, let me show you something. So let's type in Real Madrid. If we don't understand what this is, then look it up and see where it originates from. So we're going to go through this. Now I want to show you how certain words, they add up to become different words. So Real Madrid can also mean Ripple. See how that works? Now Ripple who is the company who owns XRP. Now let's go to the next word. Chivas. Let's type that in. Here we are. VeChain. VeChain is also a name of a cryptocurrency. It's almost like these words are placed here. So let's go on to another word. Let's just pick out a word. Alright, we'll see Coca-Cola. We see Coca-Cola here. We see it over here. Let's type in Coca-Cola. See what we come out with. Cobalt. I've heard of Cobalt. They made a deal with XRP. Let's see what else we can find. Maybe if there's another name of that crypto. Nano. Nano is the name of crypto. Alright, so Coca-Cola equals Nano. Let's try something else. What is this here in the background? Whatever it is blocked out by this. It looks like it ends with an IC. And this word is home. I don't know. Let's just try that for the hell of it. See what if anything comes up. BTC, ticker symbol for Bitcoin. Okay, I'm not even shocked by this because it's what I've come to notice. I mean, I do this and it doesn't surprise me. Alright, here's a sign, dead in the middle. Restroom. Let's try this. What do they mean when they say restroom? XRPIMF. Now what is that? So let's type it in. XRPIMF. But it does have XRP, and we know that is here's an article on XRPIMF. XRP we know is Ripple. It's right in the middle. XRP IMF is the International Monetary Fund. Dead ass in the middle. So let's talk IMF and Ripple for a second. For about a year now, maybe two, we have seen the International Monetary Fund alongside Ripple in images blasted all over the internet. We have seen the managing director and chairwoman of the International Monetary Fund praise Ripple and what Ripple is trying to accomplish with the digital asset XRP over and over again. But why? There has to be a purpose. Is the IMF going to create the IMF coin and are just using XRP as an example? Unlikely. So what is really going on between Ripple and the IMF? Let's dig in a little deeper. A couple months back at the Paris FinTech Festival, Christine Lagarde warned banks that they need to act and adapt to new technologies to better serve their customers. Christine Lagarde said, I think in the banking system at large in many, many countries, the difference will not be between those who are disrupted and those who survive. The difference will be between those who are cannibalized because they're not seeing it coming and they're not embracing it, and those who self-induce that cannibalization. And I'm cannibalization on purpose because it's a bit of striking, horrible word, but it's really what it means. You're going to disrupt your business model. You're going to change it. You're going to reduce your costs. You're going to expedite your transactions, and you're going to inspire confidence because you will build out on the basis of an existing backbone, which is your bank and the confidence relationship you've established with your customers. So what would happen to the IMF to get involved in digital assets? Well, it's simple, actually. A country or central bank would have to hold a digital currency or issue a digital currency. We have read about the Bank of Japan, Singapore, and Iran were all moving towards a digital currency. This would position the IMF to step in as well. This would force the IMF to find a way to support these countries and this new form of e-money. Once enough countries convert to CBDC, then XRP will become a reserve asset and then the IMF will step in. The Bank of Japan exploring digital currencies. So let's read the rest of this article. The Bank of Japan has published a new report that looks into the concept of the central bank digital currencies. The report, titled Digital Innovation, Data Revolution, and Central Bank Digital Currency, states that CBDC will be categorized into two types. One, used by general public in place of banknotes, and the other for large value settlements, which are based on central bank deposits and adopt new technologies such as distributed ledger technology. This paper will focus mainly on CBDC and a former category and their relevant issues unless otherwise noted. The launch of the state cryptocurrency was announced on January 29th. I'm not sure what year this is. Probably 2018 though. During the annual conference on electronic banking and payment systems in Tehran, the theme of the conference this year was the blockchain revolution. Singapore, the monetary authority of Singapore, will soon test it could issue digital currency using a blockchain-based interbank payment system. Here's the icing on the cake. We believe the deal between Ripple and the IMF is done. Does this remind you of a picture you take with your team when a project has been completed? Christine Lagarde. She's head of IMF. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO Ripple. Pay attention to what's around you. Trust your gut.